it be great if you could find the classes you want when you need them? Pasadena City College offers the classes that fit your busy schedule. Classes are only $46 a unit, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Late spring classes begin May 13th, and summer classes start June 22nd. Go to pasadena.edu/enroll now for more information. Pasadena City College. Access success.
Welcome to PCC Today show. This is Charla. I'm here today with the PCC Aquaponics Leadership Project. And here today we're talking to
Erica Catanese. I'm a professor at PCC and the Aquaponics Director.
Olivia Zanfordino, I'm the project manager.
John Derusinik, I'm one of the team leaders.
Woo! And they're here. They're going to tell us about aquaponics. It's this cool, I don't know if you can see it behind me, this really cool project they're starting here at PCC. I guess my first question is going to be, I know a little bit about hydroponics, not really. So what's the difference between aquaponics and hydroponics?
Well, aquaponics is actually a hybrid that includes hydroponics and aquaculture, which are two agricultural methods that are water conservation methods. However, they have a lot of chemical inputs and a lot of pollution outputs.
Oh.
And so those systems separately are not sustainable. And so what we've done is we're hybridizing them, making a closed system that models nature. It models what really happens in ponds, lakes, rivers. And so we're using the aquaculture system to fuel the hydroponic system. So in aquaponics, there's a lot of animal waste, which in nature is really yummy stuff. It's fertilizer. And so with the animal waste, we feed microbes. The microbes convert all of the otherwise toxic compounds into usable fertilizers that then the plants can use. And so then the plants utilize it, returning water back to the system that has been purified.
Wow, that's like some epic nature toilet right there. Getting some fruits and vegetables out of it. So what started the idea here at PCC though? What made you go, okay, let's do this here at PCC. Let's get some people together.
We had an opportunity to apply for a grant in water conservation. It's the World Water Forum. It's a joint venture between the Metropolitan Water District, the United Nations, and several other organizations, which I'm forgetting right now, sorry. And so Olivia and I were talking about, well, what can we do? What can we propose? And so she had some experience with aquaponics, and so we ran with it because it just really supports the whole concept of becoming a sustainable society. And that's one of our goals here at PCC, is to become a more sustainable school in general. And so this is an opportunity not only to learn about water conservation, but to also engage students from multiple disciplines to participate in growing food locally, using less water, cleaning water, and teaching people who are less fortunate how to grow their own food and be secure and feed on organic produce.
Nice. As
as well as fish protein.
Very nice. Oh wait, so you can eat or fish in there, or is it like the fish?
So
I can put some salmon in there. We be good? Like, is that what you're telling me?
Well, there are different species that can do really well in an aquaponic system. We started out with the cheapest fish possible because our students are learning. This is a student-based project, and so we're learning how to get the systems to work functionally and at a low cost. So we started with feeder goldfish, but we will be upgrading to tilapia so that within a 7 to 9 month period, we can be harvesting tilapia on a regular basis so that we can teach people locally how to have healthy protein and to do it for a very low cost and to fuel their produce with that same protein.
So this is like a completely healthy way of making farm-raised fish, because the system is going to clean out all the dirty, icky water and turn it into fresh produce.
Right. There's a lot of controversy in farming fish.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of pollution involved and a lot of ecological consequences. The only ecological consequence with aquaponics is positive.
Wow.
When we were here earlier, you saw bees along here. We're supporting ecology, biodiversity, and doing it in a way that does not use a lot of energy.
And I always thought fish tanks were boring, and now I get to eat the fish. This is going to be dope. So, Olivia, could you tell me something, tell me how it was built? Tell me about the time, the effort putting this together.
The effort always comes with the first one. So a lot of our learning curve was building the first project, and then we began to conceptualize, okay, this is actually how it works, and we were able to do it as a team and find out what structures work, what stands worked, what kind of water flow was reasonable for our systems. Once we had the first one down, I think the first one actually took a couple weeks to see fully complete. And then as a student team, we understood the technology better and were able to build the systems more rapidly so they can be turned around once you have the knowledge in a couple of hours. You can build a system like that. The cost itself is pretty low. Just in maybe around $200 to $300, you can get a complete system with rain catchment. Once you get the system going in the build, it's really just letting nature take its course. So you're going to have a few weeks turnaround time on that. What we're focusing on in this project is really that we understand as a team getting the education down and getting the concepts down. So we're not in a rush on these projects,
right,
but we're understanding, oh, this is actually how the process works, or this is how to build in a more effective way. So as a team itself, we can see the cohesion and the understanding and the knowledge. What I appreciate with that process is that throughout campus, we've really disseminated the information, and it's happening on itself, that the knowledge of aquaponics and the understanding of how to build it is spreading on its own throughout the campus, and the refinement is a bonus, and we're getting to see some of our crops start growing already. It's nice.
And we named this project a leadership project because one of the main goals is to create leadership in our community via PCC students. So our students are now engaging in expanding the size of our project. Our leadership team is now implementing this with students from around campus. We actually have been focusing on the science village, the STEM majors, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, to make this an interdisciplinary project. Ultimately, we want to expand it across all disciplines on campus, where eventually we will be doing all of the water chemistry. We'll be doing all of the measuring of biomass, the rates of growth, the microbial diversity. We're going to be running some plates soon to figure out, well, what kind of microbes are living in our media? What kind of microbes are living in the water, in the flow beds? And do these different combinations increase growth? Do they inhibit growth? And what kind of crops do best? So we're going to be having a lot of science going on here. In addition, we are connecting with some Cal Poly faculty and students. We want to integrate the engineering of hydrology. What kind of a flow do we need? What size pipes do we need? How long should they be? What size pump? It integrates everybody's specialties, and that's one of the things that's just so beautiful. It can be very technical, but at the same time, the average person who has no education in any of these sciences can also have a very successful garden at their home.
Bringing together the community, aquaponics. Tell me what you think about this. What got you interested? What got you involved?
Well, what got me interested at first was it had to do with fish, and I'm actually my main focus is freshwater ecosystems and sustainability. And the first time I actually heard about aquaponics was in a documentary. After that, I started doing my own research, and then by rumor, I found out PCC was actually going to start an aquaponics team, and I got involved. And I'm known as the fish guy as the team members, because my specialties is with fish. especially tilapia and a number of other species that we can actually use in these systems quite well. And yeah, it's a closed-loop system. It recycles its own water. You learn about the nitrogen cycle and the microbials. It's pretty awesome.
So you'll be eating the fish.
Yes. I'm looking forward to having tilapia salad.
Oh yeah. So just so we're clear, this whole leadership project, this is a club, not a class, or I can just show up and be like, let me eat some fish.
It's not a club. We are evolving it into an internship opportunity for students. So we just recruited students for an internship opportunity, and we grew just exponentially. It was very quick, and the whole foundation of us being able to start this was that we are concerned with water conservation, and agriculture uses the majority of our fresh water, and we're at great risk of that fresh water not being available.
Right.
So the MWD, Metropolitan Water District, they import water from Sacramento, from the Sacramento Delta. And the Sacramento Delta, agriculturally speaking, is a highly productive area, but it's also highly at risk from earthquakes. And if there were to be an earthquake, that just of a size 6, we would be at risk of not having water imported from the Sacramento Delta for a minimum of 3 years to Southern California, which means we need to be ready for that to happen. We live in earthquake country. There's no question it will happen. It's just, when will it happen? Do we want to wait and then try to figure something out, or do we want to implement and save water now so that we can be prepared? And so we want our community to have that water security as well as food security.
This is some epic stuff right here. And all I'm seeing is like some water and some PVC pipe. And do you hear everything that it's going to be doing for us? Earthquake protection, eating fish, vegetables. I'm so sorry I keep concentrating on the fish, but that's so cool.
It is interesting because I think just simply spreading the knowledge through the group and having people say, oh, that's what aquaponics does, or that's how the environment works. I mean, and you hate to be like disaster minded, but there's a readiness with the team, and they're able to say, this is how a seed grows, this is how fish respond to their environment, and that readiness is beautiful to see spread throughout the local community, because our generation is so much more conscious of it. And this is a beautiful thing.
It seems way more relaxed than like survivalist class, I'll tell you that much.
Well, and as you walk around Science Village, you see multiple signs that say powered by eSTEM, environmental STEM, which is a grant that is also helping to fund this. They hired our leadership team because their goal is to raise awareness of the environment and sustainability. And the best way to do that is to engage leadership. And so they have been a big support for this project as well. And we hope that this will continue even when our funding grants are gone, because they do evaporate. And you know, if anybody is out there interested and has money, please come talk to us so that we can engage more than just the Pasadena area. We have already engaged beyond. We did a project over in Koreatown for elementary students. We upgraded their turtle pond, which was wasting a lot of water and taking a lot of energy to clean. Our team went over there and engaged with the elementary students and taught them how to build biofilters that are beautiful. We don't have to use aquaponics just for produce. We can also do it for ornamental beauty as well.
Are you guys going to start a class for this to teach people how to build it? Are you going to sell the produce and the fish at the PCC flea market?
Well, a dream of ours would be to integrate permaculture classes here at PCC and start a certification process so that students could leave here with not only a skill set, but a document that says, I have learned this skill and I can implement this across many landscapes. In addition, we started some tabletop systems in one of our botany classes so that the students could see how roots react and respond to water levels, media levels. In addition, in our introductory to environmental science classes, our students are offered opportunities for different types of projects, and some of them are engaging in aquaponics.
So if you do start a class and it's for a fee, are there going to be any deals for date night? Can we get some deals for people coming in couples?
That's a fabulous idea. Couples, aquaculture, permaculture,
Does it get more romantic than
hydroponics,
that?
all wrapped into one aquaponics system.
Pretty sure fish is like an aphrodisiac. Check that out. So are there any lasting remarks, anything you want to leave our audience with? The knowledge of aquaponics?
Well, come on by if you want to volunteer. We welcome anybody to be involved, and we can even record your volunteer hours for the president's, what is it?
The Presidential Service Award. It's an award given by the Presidential Committee to recognize volunteers in the community. So if you want some engaging elements for your own experience and resumes too, then we can connect you on a federal level, and it sounds large, but we have those connections as well, and that's really nice to see at PCC.
Right, we're now a certifying agency for recording those hours.
Go right ahead. Do you have any lasting remarks?
What I love about aquaponics, it could be done almost anywhere because you don't have to use soil. So you could just do it over pavement or anywhere else. It's pretty limitless, actually.
Wow. Well, thank you, Fish Guy, aka John. Thank you so much, Erica. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you.
And we will be back right after this.
I would like to acknowledge the members of the family of Mac Robinson. And let's give them a big round of applause. We will have with us today Sachi Hamilton, who is the granddaughter of Mac and Delano Robinson. We have Makara Robinson, who's the great-granddaughter of Mac and Delano Robinson, and the daughter of Kathy Young Robinson. We have Kathy Young Robinson, who is the daughter of Mac and Delano Robinson, and her daughter, Brittany Hamilton, who will join us soon. They are attending the Los Angeles City Council recognition of Jackie Robinson that's occurring today, and they will come over later. I also want to acknowledge Bob Bartlett, former mayor of Monrovia, PCC alum, and his father was Jackie Robinson's best friend, Ray Bartlett. And in talking to many of you today, we have this just network of community that gathers around this hero of ours, this hero of American history, Jackie Robinson. I also want to welcome the pastor of the Robinson family, Pastor Stevenson. Let's give him a big round of applause. I think he came in. There he is. Okay. And last but not least, this is a celebration of Jackie Robinson, but you all know his older brother, Mac Robinson, also made history. Mac Robinson made Jesse Owens possible, okay? Because he ran Jesse around that track. And you all know that story. And look at what these two men did. Mac Robinson at the Olympics, Jackie Robinson at the changing the course of American history. PCC alums. God bless us all. And now I'd like to make a special introduction. Of course, Jackie Robinson, we all know, changed the course of American history. He changed sports forever, and closer to home, he changed the Dodgers. To share with you the impact that this one man made, I would like to welcome Mark Langell, the official historian from the Los Angeles Dodgers and an alum of Pasadena City College. Mark. All right. Yep.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rocha, and good morning, everyone. Good morning. It turns out this morning when I met doctor for the first time, he told me that he was born in Brooklyn. And what are the odds that you get a Brooklyn and a Pasadena bookend, as far as I grew up in Pasadena, born in Pasadena, and if you're a kid, you naturally know the Jackie Robinson story. And just to clarify, you may wonder how you become a team historian. Well, growing up, if you do not hit the ball in Little League, you are well on your way to being a team historian. So, as the washed-up athlete at age 7, I knew that I had to do something else. But it's an honor to be here. And about a month ago, when the movie posters started to come up through town, I think those that may not have known the story may have thought, well, it's just a baseball movie, or it's a movie about the Dodgers. And actually, it's a movie about a man with great courage who just happened to play baseball. Now, just imagine all the people ever since Major League Baseball in 1869, you sign a contract and it's the beginning of a dream. And you look forward to being able to maybe play one day in the major leagues. And that's something to be happy about, and you're excited. Now just imagine October of 1945 when Jackie Robinson signed a professional contract with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Now, was it a dream? It was a challenge. And he also put his life on the line. And so you're trying to play a baseball game and you're worrying about death threats and you're worrying about the reaction and everything like that. And so when you look at the film and you see all the accomplishments he did on the field, it's so important to remember what exactly he's going through behind the scenes. Because you can look at all the great baseball players in history and you can look at maybe Babe Ruth's 60 home runs, somebody winning 30 games as a pitcher, and you're never going to find a greater season than Jackie Robinson in 1947. If you look back at the record books, you'll see the Brooklyn Dodgers, Jackie Robinson helped win the pennant in 1947. But if you look at the history books, you'll see that that same ball player in 1947 changed the world. Thank you very much.
Well, first of all, I want us all to welcome, to honor, to give a loud round of applause to Mrs. Mac Robinson and the entire Robinson family who made it over here today. And Mrs. Robinson, Delano Robinson, Mrs. Mac Robinson has kindly come forward and agreed to say a few words to us. And before she does that, I want you to observe what Mrs. Robinson is wearing. Okay? This, believe it or not, is Jackie Robinson's warm-up jacket. The actual one. So we're going to take good care of her. So Mrs. Robinson, all these people love you, and they love the Robinson family, and they love Mac, and they love Jackie, and we'd be honored to have you say a few words.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm very honored to be here this morning to represent the family, part of my family, but it's a large family as a whole, and to say a couple of words or so on about the family and of the exploitation of how the boys, Jackie and Mac, worked so hard for the acclaimment that they received over the many years from 1936 worldwide with Mac in the Olympics, with Jesse Owens, and then on down 47 with Jackie in baseball. We're just so proud of how Mrs. Robinson worked so hard to raise her children. She was really a dynamic, really good religious woman to have done so much good with her children. All five were very, very athletic. Even Willamay, the daughter, she was trying to compete with the brothers, and she could have made the basketball team. But at that time in 36, that was when they entered basketball into the Olympics. So, but anyway, at any rate, I'm very happy to be here today. My granddaughter is Sachi. This is Kathy's daughter. Great-granddaughter, this is Makari. Great-granddaughter. So I just am so pleased that the movie is really very, very good. On Tuesday, I had an opportunity. Rachel sent me a ticket to go to the Gorman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. So I went there on Tuesday on the red carpet, and the movie is really a very good movie, and it tells the story from the get-go. Jackie endured a lot, and the gentleman that's portraying his position in the movie is just marvelous. And so is the gentleman, Mr. Branch Rickey. You know who that guy is, the famous actor. So, yes, and he's doing a good job also. So I was able to chat with them on Tuesday at the Gorman's Chinese Theater. So I hope that everyone will enjoy the movie and enjoy the festivities here this morning. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
I'm here with two members of the Pasadena Lancers men's baseball team. So what did you think of the movie?
I thought the movie was great. It's definitely a must-see, probably an Oscar. Go get it. Go watch it if you got a chance.
I went to Pasadena City College, and the history that is portrayed of this individual in reference to the social conscience of America was, to me, very moving.
Very inspiring. Since you play baseball, just keep the passion going.
It was really inspiring. I mean, I really liked it. For him to turn his back and to just play baseball, do what he loves to do, that makes me just want to be, one of the best athletes that I could be.
The springboard for Jackie was PCC, John Muir, PCC. If he had been somewhere else in the country, maybe he would have been in some segregated facility. But he came to PCC and took part in what could go on here with everyone. And then he went to UCLA, same thing. That inspires me with the commitment that the people made here to make change, to keep on making change and not be content with the way things have always been.
Yes, and I'm happy because I went through drinking out of the colored fountain and riding in the back of the bus and all of that. I had to do that.
And you feel like he changed everything
for
yes,
he did. Yes.
It was astounding. It was one of my favorite movies of all time now, I'm sure.
I learned a lot. I think more so just to see the struggle that he really had to go through. It's one thing to read the story or to read the books, but to actually see it on the screen give you a totally different feeling. So it made me have a much more respect and appreciation for what we have right now.
It was absolutely incredible film, and we hope that many people get a chance to see it.
Absolutely. It would be wonderful.
Holding back that anger that he had so much, it just showed like he had heart for the game. He cared more about the game than what others thought about him.
I had goosebumps most of the movie because being an athlete, a former athlete and a coach now, some of the moments that they captured in it were they were fantastic because if you've been there and you've played that sport, you can feel like you're there. It was very cool. They did a very good job.
I would hope that it would inspire anyone who would watch it, and of course we're in that audience, and I think that we maybe feel a little bit closer to it because we do have that connection of being proud members of the PCC family.
I totally understand what it is to break those barriers, and I'm so grateful to the Robinson family for sharing him with us, for allowing that story to be told, for young people to understand that you can be still, be quiet. You don't have to fight back with fists and attitude, that sometimes you do something bigger for the larger cause, and that's to show people that you do have a right to be there and exist.